Hey guys, it's Beth, and I just wanted to jump on today and kind of share with you where I'm at on my Fall is in the Air collection. I decided to use it along with the Dots and Stripes fall collection. Both of these came in my Echo Park box last week, and I noticed the colors weren't really well together, so I'm kind of using them together. I don't know that I'm going to work on trying to use all of the Dots and Stripes up. I just wanted to use them along with the collection to kind of make the collection go a little further. And it's funny because I kind of mentioned this in one of my videos, but I also put it out on Instagram that this was the collection that I was going to work on, and a fellow or a subscriber and then someone we follow each other on Instagram, Chica Chats is her account name. She mentioned that she was also working on this collection, and so I was like, well, we should kind of work on it together, like do our own projects, but kind of work on it at the same time and kind of share our projects and inspiration. Thought that would be kind of fun, like a little virtual crafting party for Fall is in the Air. And then another subscriber and Instagram connection, Party Planner Papery, also finished up whatever she was working on and joined in with Fall is in the Air. And I believe Party Planner Papery is already done with hers. She kind of rocked through it really quickly, but she did notepads, some memory brag books, and then cards. And then so far Chica Chats has done some notepads, and I believe she's working on some cards and tags. So what I think is really cool is that you can have three people who are working on the same collection at the same time, and then we all use it in a different way. Like, I think we're going to have some overlap, but I believe we all also have our own separate projects. So that's what I love about seeing different people's, projects and ideas, and you use yours totally different than I use mine, and we can still share inspiration and ideas with each other. So it's been really fun. I will link Party Planner Papery and Chica Chats' Instagram accounts in the description box below if you want to check their projects out. And I started with a mini album, so I kind of got off to a slow start, but it's been really fun. All summer I have been watching a newer channel called Project 39, and Debbie has been working on mini albums, and they're all just amazing. And it's just had me jonesing to do a mini album, but with the All Seasons 3 paper, it didn't really lend itself to a mini album for me in a bunch of different ways. So I didn't do one with that pad, but I've been wanting to do one. So I decided that this collection would be perfect. And when I saw the paper, I knew in my stash I had these like really nice, thick dark brown envelopes. They're for 5x7 cards, so I think they're just over 5x7. So that they looked really good kind of against that paper, because you can see the dark brown. I don't know actually how well that's coming through with my lighting, but it worked really well together. So I decided to do a mini album out of envelopes. I love making mini albums out of what I have, whether it's envelopes, paper bags, chipboard pieces, whatever. So I decided to go with the envelopes, and if you've ever made an envelope album, or if you've never made one, this is kind of how they go together. The flap kind of from one hooks into another one, and they all connect, and you fold them up, and that makes all of your pages. And then there's different ways to finish it off. So in the past, a lot of the envelope albums I've done have been for kind of quick, simple, lower dollar scrapbooks that I could sell at my craft show. And so there was not really much of a binding system. I just left the spine open and then would use the top of the top envelope and the bottom of the bottom envelope. I would decorate those up kind of as my covers, and like I said, would leave the spine open. Well, I didn't think about this all that much before I dove right into it. Once I decided I was going to use the envelopes, I just kind of started putting the album together, and then realized once I wanted to once I thought about how I wanted to decorate the pages, I realized I wanted to make it a little more sturdier, because I wanted to make it more of an interactive album. So like I said, there's different ways that you can finish these off, and once I put mine together, I didn't leave any available flaps left to connect it to like a binder type cover. So I was trying to figure out how I could still turn this into a sturdier album. So I just took the front and the back envelopes and added some chipboard to it to make it sturdier, and then I just ended up covering the spine with some of the paper from the collection. So it's not how I would have done it had I thought more about it, but I think it still turned out okay, and it was still a lot of fun. So basically I just took some chipboard pieces from my stash, covered them with the pattern paper, and like I said, I attached it to the top and the bottom envelope. And then just took some of the green, which actually it's the back side of this leaf paper, this green polka dot, and then ran it through one of my scallop border punches just to give it a little more interest. And then on the front, I've just layered up some journaling cards, some scraps, a sticker, and I'm trying to decide if I want to add a closure on this. At this point, it would have to be like a surface type closure, since I have already finished constructing the album. So my thinking would be like maybe Velcro, you know, just using a paper strip to kind of connect it. I don't know, so let me know your thoughts on that, if you think it needs one, and if you do think it needs one, if you have a great idea on how, like a good sturdy closure. Because it does stand open, and especially once you add pictures, but I also don't know that that's a big dilemma. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. Getting into the fun of the album, like I said, I used the dots and stripes as well. So this is one of the dots and stripes patterns, and then the Falls in the Air patterns as well. And I wanted to embellish this album more, but it didn't really need it. Like, this paper is beautiful, so I didn't necessarily want to take away from that. And I wanted to allow people to use a full 4x6 photo, since this was actually big enough to allow for 4x6. So what I tried to do is just do stuff either at the top, the bottom, or in the corners that they could either slide their picture underneath or just kind of overlap on. So this one is just 2 stickers layered up. The top one is on foam, so you can slide your picture under there. This one is just the orange tone-on-tone stripes are just the other side of this white and orange polka dot. And so again, just thought you could always just lay your picture over the top. Now I did cut the ends of my envelope off, and then used my silhouette to cut some little half file folder tab pages that would slide in, and just use this cardstock is Recollections, and it was their fall color collection. So it's like this reddish orange, an orange, a gold, a brown, and a green. So colors worked well as also with this collection. And again, I wanted to decorate these, but also leave them enough room that they could still add a 4x6 photo on here, especially since this is all vertical orientation. They can do horizontal photos on here if they want. So I just, again, tried to keep it simple at the top or the bottom, using stickers or some of the scraps that I had left. This is a pocket page, and inside I've just added 2 cardstock photo mats from that Recollections pack. I have 2 of the 4x6 cut aparts from the collection, so they can add some journaling and even add pictures on the back if they want. I have a smaller 3x4 cut apart. There's a little pumpkin clip that I had in my stash that I added on there, and then Follows in the Air is a sticker, and then I just have a scrap kind of behind it of the wood grain to anchor it down. This paper I loved. It was one of my favorite patterns in the collection, all the little woodland animals. And again, I didn't feel like it needed a ton, but I did add a strip down here of like a little gingham print, and then fall sticker up on foam. So again, you can kind of slide a photo in behind it. Here's another one of the pocket pages. Here I did kind of a tuck spot pocket. So this was just a journal card that I added adhesive to the outer edges so that you could still fit something behind it. And I chose this journal card because I liked the colors, and it had some white space so that if somebody wants to journal about that picture, they have a little bit of room there. And then I just embellished it with a little owl sticker to tie in with the guys over here, and then just added another cardstock photo mat for a 4x6 photo, and then another little cut apart card. Here, this owl print was my second favorite, I think. I don't know, I love the owls, all the woodland type animals. And to kind of tie this one in over here, I just used some of that polka dot paper on the corners and then a little fall sticker. So again, somebody can kind of overlap some of this and still fit a full 4x6 photo. Here, this sticker took up a little more room than I had wanted, but I wanted to be able to use it all like in one go. I thought it was really cute. And there's just a simple strip. Here, this one, with these two tabs up here, you can't fit a full 4x6 photo. You would have to cut it down, you know, regardless of how you oriented it. But I did leave a little bit of green space, kind of blank space here on this green flag, just so that if they want to journal about it, they can. Here, this journal card, just like the one I've been using as my photo size. This one, I figured they could put a little photo on it if they want to, or journal. And then it's a little booklet that opens up, and you can fit 2 4x6 photos on the inside. And here is this tab, just using some stickers and some scraps. And then here is my last set of pages. Again, my favorite little woodland animal print. They just used a fox sticker and layered some strips. This, I wanted to add some white strips for journaling, and was about to pull some white cardstock out of my stash and realized that one of the cut apart cards had a bunch of like random leaves and icons at the top, but then the whole bottom was blank. And so I just actually cut that up to get my white strips. And you can either slide your photo underneath here, or you could cut it down and put it beneath that. And then I love the wood grain paper, and so I just added the little banner sticker at the top there. So that's my mini album. It's 10 pages. You can fit at least 27 photos in here, depending on what size you use. You can always tuck in extra in some of the pockets. So that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I finally got to make a mini album. I've been, like I said, been wanting to do it for a while. And then kind of decided to tackle something a little quicker after that, and decided to use up the 4x6 journal cards that I knew I wouldn't be able to use elsewhere. So I combined them with some of the dots and stripes papers, and then made some 5x7 size cards. So here, just used the journal card, but then added a little red sticker in the corner on that one, and then this is a heart that I fussy cut out of the cover page. So I got 2 of those. This is just the journal card on some of the striped paper. I may come in and add some glossy accents to the top of the pie. Just haven't decided yet. And then this one, I just combined it with the polka dots, the brown and white. I love that pattern. And then on the ends of the swirls, just added 2 little coordinating stickers. This one is acorns. This one was hearts. And then I copied off of Party Planner Papery on this one. There was this sticker in the sticker sheet that says autumn. And it was too long to fit in my album. I could have fit it on one of the little tabs in the ends of the envelopes. I guess I could have put it there, but it was just wider. Well, I say it was wider than I wanted it to be, but so was that branch one. But anyway, she had used hers on a cut apart. I think this exact same cut apart, actually. She had used her word on a cut apart and combined it with some other words and, you know, made a sentiment. So I totally copied off of her great idea on that and pulled out happy. That was also on the sticker sheet. And so it says Happy Autumn. So thank you, Party Planner Papery, for that brilliant idea. Otherwise, it wouldn't have fit on an A2 size card, I don't think either. So at least I got to use it up. And then it just used some of the gold paper from the Recollections cardstock pack, and then some of the dots, dark brown dots paper to kind of anchor it down. So that's what I've gotten so far. I got the 7 5x7 size cards and my mini album. Right now I'm working on some like notepads, decorated different sizes of decorative notepads, and then I don't have any full sheets of the Falls in the Air paper left, but I do have a bunch of the dots and stripes left. So I just have scraps from the Fall is in the Air, so I don't know if I'm going to do anything else before I start working on cards or not. We'll see. But that's where I am on that collection. And then the other pad I have going right now is this K & Company pad that I started last month with all the bookmarks. And I took the scraps that I had from the bookmarks, and my daughter and I have been working on putting together some embellishments. We've done some like layered flowers or like layered pieces. And we're going camping this weekend, and I've decided that this will be my camper craft project. And so hopefully we can find a little bit of downtime where we can actually put those embellishments on the cards, make some cards with those, and get that one finished up. So that's where I'm at on this project as well. Like I said, I will link the 2 Instagram accounts for Chica Chats and Party Planner Papery in the description box. I will also link Project 39's YouTube channel in the description box as well. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you have, let me know what you think about a closure on the album. If you think it needs one, let me know that in the comments. Otherwise, I thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you have a crafty weekend.